I was proud to be part of the Nick Xenophon team in discussions on this bill because I saw how important it was for the country to get school funding right. I am aware of misinformation being spread by both state and federal Labor regarding our involvement and the package of the reform, and I'm happy to address this misinformation today. The member for Wakefield stood in this place yesterday and said that the Nick Xenophon team did a deal to cut funding in South Australian schools by $210 million. What a fairy tale. The truth is, thanks to the Nick Xenophon team, Australian schools will see $23.5 billion increase in funding over the next 10 years. It was the work of NXT that saw the funding increase by $4.9 billion over the government's original proposal, and South Australian schools will receive $424 million on top of current funding, not imaginary money, not monopoly money, over the next 10 years. Thanks to NXT, every underfunded school in Australia will reach 95% of its SRS funding by 2023, 4 years sooner than the government's original proposal, and this was opposed by Labor. Thanks to NXT, each state government will be required to increase their contributions to school to ensure that no child in Australia gets left behind just because they live in a certain state, and Labor opposed this measure. Thanks to NXT, National Schools Resourcing Board has been established. This board undertakes reviews of different parts of the Gonski funding model to ensure that states, territories and other approved authorities comply with their funding obligations. Labor opposed this measure. The facts are that Labor is basing their claims of cuts that the NXT supposedly did based on funding that they never committed to, and it was so far beyond the forward estimates, it was imaginary money. At the time, I said it was comparing apples with imaginary pears.